morning, you guys. Mal Williams here at Marathon Coach. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's another Monday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. Every Monday morning, we love bringing this show to you. And today, we've got a cool one. We're going to be talking with our man, Dave Bash. We know Dave Bash. He's kind of the guru and also the unofficial co-host of Marathon Mondays. So we really appreciate his time. Right now, Dave is doing a pre-delivery inspection on this coach. This is Marathon Coach 1114. It's a beautiful X2 slide. I want to talk to Dave today and just kind of see just a brief overview of what he's doing right now on this coach. It's one of the things that's happening here this Monday morning, so let's check it out. And here he is. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Mel.
Hey. All right, everybody, back here with Dave Bash. You guys know him well. Just wanted to, we're talking about 1114 today.
Yep.
So you're doing a PDI, a pre-delivery inspection.
Yep.
Let's talk about this. What's the importance of the inspection that you do?
Well, if somebody wants to buy a quality coach, we go through and check out the systems and make sure everything's working right. If there's anything we find wrong, we get it written down on a list and we make sure it gets fixed.
Gotcha.
So that somebody's buying a decent coach instead of one that's got a lot of stuff wrong with it.
Awesome. So with this coach right here, what are you what are you working on? Why don't you show us a few things?
Well, I'm just going through this list that I've got. It's about a 19-20 page list of things that we know, all the operations of stuff, and includes a road test, autogen test, generator tests. There's just all the audio, video, the awnings, everything that operates on the coach.
Okay,
Go
so
through and check it out.
It's a pretty comprehensive test that you put it through. How long does it usually take?
If you leave me alone.
Yeah, which is rare.
Yeah, about a day and a half.
Okay. That's
Good.
why it usually stretches out to be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Talk to us about this coach. There's so many different variants. This is before we went on live here, we were talking about this is a 2008?
I think so.
Yeah, so this is Coach 1114, and no two marathons are alike.
Nope.
And so that's where your expertise comes completely into play. Tell us about some of the more unique things that you have to look at when it comes to a PDI.
Well, as in all coaches, there's normal stuff, but this slide out here is not very normal.
So this is completely custom.
This is absolutely custom. On this side, we've got a little refrigerator over here. Right here, we've got a little ice maker.
That's cool.
Barbecue. It's all electric barbecue. Storage underneath.
Is this a light? What is this?
Yeah, it's a light.
Oh, very cool. Ah.
So, in case you're out here at night, got a little drawer underneath here.
Well, that's nice storage.
For storage. And then over here, there's a little wine cooler.
Okay.
So it's all a big slide out. These slide outs are usually minimum 1,000 pounds rated.
Right.
And so there's a little switch over here. Move it in and out. So, yeah, this is a pretty custom thing that one of the previous owners on this had. And
that's really nice.
yeah.
So another thing that I noticed before we started taping is where the Zip D chairs are kept on this coach.
Okay.
Can you show us that?
Yeah. I'll have to put this all the way out again. But on the back side of this door, you have a bucket that holds two of these chairs.
That is really cool.
And the fabric matches the awning fabric on all the chairs. So there's two here and two more on the other side of the coach, on the back side of the door over there.
I love the fact that that's great utilization of space.
We've been doing this forever.
Hidden right behind here. They're safe. They're not going to come out.
Nope.
That is really cool. What else about this coach have you seen since you've been doing the inspection?
Well, there's quite a few things on this that have been added. Inside mostly, but it's had the iPad upgrade.
Okay.
The Crestron remotes, we've got the iPad out here now. There's 2 iPads.
That's a great upgrade. And that's another thing, you guys. If you're a coach owner or you're thinking about buying a pre-owned Marathon, one of the things that you can really do, and I think Dave would probably agree with this, one of the top things you can do as an upgrade to a previously owned Marathon is going with the iPad integration. It's a great upgrade.
It is. It works better than the original Crestron remotes. It's much more responsive. Not only the iPad upgrades, but newer TVs. I mean, electronics is changing all the time.
Right.
It's hard to keep up with it. And so, new TVs, new DVD players, this has got a whole bunch, like it's got a Voodoo system on it, it's got a game system. Like for instance right here, it's got this game system added here. I'm not sure if it's a Nintendo or what. But
oh, it's a Wii.
Is it a Wii?
It's a Nintendo Wii. Yeah,
you're right. So it's got come over here
wow.
and you can see
That's a nice custom-built spot for that.
a Wii send the kids outside here and play Wii on this TV out here.
That is really cool. And it's got you're out in the patio. You can have all kinds of room, especially with Wii. It's very interactive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's got different upgrades like that and that. I just took it on a test drive yesterday, so it's kind of dirty.
So when you take it on a test drive, let's talk about that.
Okay.
What do you look for?
Well, there's several things on the list that I check for, like cruise control, dash heat and air conditioning, windshield wipers, whether the washers work or not, whether it's got a good wipe from the wipers.
Sure.
Just the gauges, all that stuff works. If it drives well, if it wanders from one side to the other, if the steering wheel's straight. I mean, there's all kinds of things to test on the test drive.
Right.
And go through that.
So your inspection is pretty much top to bottom.
Well, I don't get into heavy brakes. If the customer that's buying a coach wants the brakes checked or anything like that, we can do that, but it's not on this list. Tires are on here.
The tires are on here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We check the date codes on the tires, make sure that they're not too old.
And batteries.
And batteries, house batteries, chassis batteries, generator battery.
You test the generator.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just started an auto gen test here a little while ago, so right now the whole coach is on inverter power.
Okay.
Just sucking the batteries down to see how long they last.
Gotcha.
With all the lights on, with all the audio video on, with the 2 inverters the 2 AC units that work on the inverters, we have them on a high fan speed, and we want it to last 3 hours or more. If it doesn't, then that's a fail. So, let me check this here. It's got a small air leak, that's why that compressor keeps cycling. And so, stuff like that. I record air pressures and test them overnight. Did that, and this has got a small leak on it, so we test everything inside and out for operation. And this has had a lot of audio video upgrades, so it's got a lot of equipment like that Wii. Maybe you can come out and down and help me test the Wii.
Yeah, right. Play a little Nintendo Wii. I'm not really familiar with the Nintendo Wii.
Really?
I think I had a PlayStation 3 and we didn't even play it.
Okay.
I bought MLB baseball. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm an Atari 2600 guy.
Okay.
I'm still stuck in 82.
All right.
Well, should we go inside?
Okay, go back. Hit the back button.
Okay, everybody, so we're inside 1114, and we were just outside, and we're with Dave Bash today doing that PDI, that pre-delivery inspection that Dave does on every pre-owned coach. And we had to stop recording because Dave, and a lot of you might not know this, Dave is really, really good at helping customers through issues. And you can see over my shoulder here, Dave is talking a customer through a situation where the customer needed help. This is a great example of what Marathon does and what Dave Bash does. We've sung his praises many times on Marathon Mondays, and this is another example of it. We were right in the middle of recording this Marathon Mondays episode on 1114 and this inspection, and Dave needed to take this call. He's been on with this customer for 15 minutes because he's helping them through a situation. And that is really an important thing to see and keep in mind. I don't think he would appreciate me singing his praises so much because he's a quiet guy, but it's people like Dave Bash that make Marathon an amazing company. We make an amazing product because of people like Dave Bash. So I just wanted you to see in the background here, he's on the phone helping a customer, and that's what he does. That's what he does every day. All right, everybody, so we are in the rear of 1114, and Dave is in the front doing his inspection, and I am in the back, and I wanted to kind of show you a few things that Dave does. He's very in-depth with a lot of things. As you see, Spider-Man is on the DVD player. He's literally testing all of the televisions, all of the monitors, and he's testing the DVDs. He has DVDs with him so he can test Blu-rays, he can test 4K feeds, he can test a regular 1080 DVD. So he can test all of the audio visual in this coach. He'll test all the pocket doors, which is, here's a pocket door right here. He'll test the bed operation. As you can see, underneath this bed is a lot of the mechanisms for the slide. But he'll test the bed. He's got this open, so he's obviously looking at the breakers here. He'll test the Crestron pads. He'll test the sink here, washer, dryer. He's got this panel open, so he's obviously working in here, testing the function of the toilet. Bunks, he'll test both of the entertainment centers in each bunk. This in 1114, it has the Alpine system. In our current bunk conversion, we run iPads. It's a beautiful, I love a bunk coach. How many times have I said that on this show, right? And then, of course, he'll test the refrigerator and the freezer, and several other things. But this is a long inspection, and this is something that Marathon does that they see, and we see, is very important, because we want, like I said earlier, we want the coach to be standing tall for the next owner. And so it's a really important thing to do, and it's a service to the next owner of this coach, which is 1114. Anyway, thank you for watching Marathon Mondays. It's a pleasure every Monday to bring this show to you guys. It gives us a really cool glimpse into behind the scenes and in front of the scenes of what happens here at Marathon Coach. Don't forget, we've got locations, sales and service in Florida and Texas, and headquarters here in Coburg, Oregon. That's where I'm located. If you have any questions, MALW, that's MalW at marathoncoach.com. Feel free to comment or ask questions right there on YouTube or Facebook. If you have any ideas for future shows, we also like to hear those also. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday. Take care, you guys.